wondering if you could tell us what your approach was with Evan Neal the last couple of days. As we talked about in the preseason, you've been there, you've struggled as a rookie. So did you seek him out? Did he seek you out? Have you guys not even talked about the elephant in the room? Did you say, hey, I've been there? Like, what have your conversations with Neal been like since after Monday night's locker?
Yeah, I've definitely talked to Evan. It's a short week, so we kind of had to put it to bed fairly quickly. We're already moved on, to game planning for the Bears and stuff like that. But not just Evan. I think the whole offensive line, we understand that we didn't play to the caliber that we want to. Obviously, too much pressure. And there's some plays in the run game that we definitely could have had, some more explosive runs if we got, better movement. So just encouraging them to keep working, to have a short-term memory. But just a reminder that, stuff that you put on film, the rushers next week, they're watching that. So just a reminder to clean that up and keep working the technique. But he's a talented kid, has all the tools in the world. He's mature, so I'm confident in him.
Andrew, I was just saying, how hard is that to do? Or is it easier said than done? Because I feel like I was asking rushers about you that question in 2020. Like, oh, he's just got to move on. But, do you internalize it when you struggle like that? You've obviously been in the shoes.
No, it's definitely not easy, especially coming from college where you dominate, you're really good. It's frustrating, but I think he has a good attitude about it. He's always, asking me, different pointers and asking questions in the meetings, just trying to get better every day. So I think he has the right mindset.
Hey, Andrew. What do you think it is about this line that your struggles, if you've had them, have been more towards the pass protection side than the run blocking?
Yeah, I think we do a good job of getting a hat for a hat in the run game. Our communication, I think our technique is a little bit better in the run game, and I think that's why you see it. And then obviously, Saquon is very explosive, so we give him a seam, he makes something happen. In the pass game right now, it's not really a lot of different pressures that we're seeing. It's just more so games up front, and that's what we're having the most difficulties with, is just passing off games, protecting the depth and the width of the pocket. So that's something we got to do better to allow DJ to, throw the ball.
The natural, question off that is, when you see games and stuff, how much of that is just this line hasn't been together, that this is just like, okay, this is going to take time for this group to be able to, get better at that.
Yeah, as an offensive line, you definitely, want camaraderie, but we don't really have time for that. The season is already here. Can't really make excuses about not playing together. We just got to, do whatever we can to get better as fast as we can. Because, like I said earlier, if we put it on tape, it's coming the next week.
Art Stapleton.
Hey, Drew. Along the lines of what Ryan was asking you about your game from rookie year till now, was it almost a dual journey that you had to figure out what you were doing technique-wise at this level, but also the psychological part of it and how that can weigh on a player when you're really left out on an island the way you were as a rookie? And how have you developed? What advice did you use to develop that part of your game where you could just shake it off psychologically?
Yeah, the first thing is the approach. Coach Jabo always talks about being process-oriented and not worried about the results. Sometimes, you try to do something a certain way or do something that a coach teaches you and it doesn't work, and you're quick to, do whatever. You just have to stay focused on the process, getting better. And then I would say the second thing, mentally just blocking out the noise. I mean, it's easy to say, but, in this day and age, we all have social media and stuff like that. So just doing your best to focus on what you can control. You can't control what people say about you. All you can control is what you put on film, and that has to be your main focus.
Thanks.
We'll take two more, Tom Rock and then Ed Valentine.
Andrew, I wanted to ask you a little bit about, now you are a captain. You wanted to take on more of a leadership role. It seems like you're playing at a really high level, even if the offensive line as a whole, is having the difficulties that we've already addressed. How has your perspective gone from changing from looking at one position to now sort of looking at all five?
Yeah, we all have to play as a unit. That's the beauty of offensive line. Four guys can be doing their job perfectly, and one guy doesn't, and, it's a bad place. So my focus is not just on myself, but like you said, the whole O-line group to perform better, and that starts with me, not just, in the leadership role as far as, talking to guys, but how I play, there's things on film some plays that I wish I had back, some things I need to do a little bit better to help out my teammates, and just working on that every day to get better.
Is that new for you? Like in the years past, when you went back and watched film, did you just focus on yourself, or were you watching the whole line?
I mean, I would say, like, especially rookie year, I was more so focused on myself, just trying to, fix my issues. But as offensive line, we all have to play well together. So that's what I'm working on now.
Thank you.
Yep.
Ed Valentine.
Andrew, just individually, you've talked in the past about running your own race and developing, at your own pace. Is it gratifying for you now, just individually, to be where you are, to be talked about now as one of the better offensive linemen in the league, and be talked about as a leader, instead of the kind of questions you were being asked, a couple of years ago?
Honestly, not really. It's kind of the same mentality. I remember JG told me this when I was a rookie. He was like, when people say, it's bad, it's probably not as bad as it is. And if they say it's good, it's probably not as good as it is. So my approach is really the same. Obviously, I want to play well, and I want to be a dominant left tackle. But my focus is on getting better. Like I said, some plays on film that I wish I had back. Some things I got to do better with my technique just to be more consistent and just, never being satisfied with, the results.